And hello to you. It's December 2022 on Christmas Eve for some of you. That's my jingle. Not much of a hullabaloo, but I thought I'd get in the festive spirit to try and say hello to you. And enough of that. And yes, well, today, what shall I say? I'm in a bit of a rhyming mood. But as you might have noticed, I'm wrapped up all nice and warm. It is indeed the festive season on December the 24th. Nice and cold, or it's not as cold as it has been. I mean, freeze my backside off at some points. But yes, I'm wrapped up, and I'm in I'm in my winter phase, shall we say. So yes. Anyway, today I thought I'd be showing you a choice of two microphones, because when I first started up on YouTube, these were the two I couldn't decide between. Didn't have a ton of money to throw at it, but I didn't want to buy something that was like, just 10 quid and not get much out of it. So I went for the best that I could on the best budget that I had. And I came up with these two, the Fifine and the Q91. We have in the left corner the Fifine, the one I'm using right now. As you can see, my camera isn't that great, so you're just being blinded by it at the moment, but it phases through several colors, green and red, blue, purple, blue to green. There's no control over it. There's no, well, you can switch it off, but if you switch it off, it's quite simply push a button like this. And then, but then, obviously, you couldn't hear me then because when the light's off, you're on mic. So, yeah, I might as well point out, which I've just sort of given the game away by saying, up on the top with the Fifine, very light touch sensitive. You touch it, it mutes the microphone. But yeah, so if you can't be bothered to pause anything, or you just need to run off, or something goes on, then soft tap to the top, and you're on mute. And the obvious giveaway for that is the lights go off. So very nice to look at, and handy mute. We've also got the gain, or for those of you stupid like me, the volume button on the bottom. So again, when I first had the microphone, I didn't think it worked. It was like, why is there no sound? It's not working. Yet again, I'm having trouble with the computer that is so easy for me to figure out. Until I realised that there was the volume turned right down on the bottom. After that, it all worked nice and lovely. So for the first part of the video up until now, the Fifine is the one I've been using. The stand is fairly firm, rigid, goes up and down. All the other bits, he's now has a little mesh on the front of the microphone, and yeah, that's it. Time for the other one. The Q9 here, the one made by Tonor. It's not a USB one as the Fifine, but it is more like Firewire on the bottom-ish. USB connection to the PC. The difference is you don't have a touch button on top. You obviously don't have any lights on it, but you do have a button on here for the volume. So the volume button's on the side, or the gain for those with you, more intellectual terms. Yeah, so the volume button's on the side as opposed to underneath. You can turn out and work out how my voice is sounding as it is at the moment. It also comes with a fluffy poofy and a mesh screen. The screen's better now, isn't it? So I thought I would well, let's just say for the moment I've been speaking on the Fifine, because I need to do this little trick here to go boop, and now I'm talking on the Q9. So now this is the Tonor Q91. So I don't need to repeat the mechanisms. There's no mute button on the top. There's no lights. But on a bonus, that means it's not reflecting in your eyes or, showing up if you've got a poor video like I do. So, but that's just aesthetics at the end of the day. The stand seems a tiny bit smaller, a little bit weaker. But it holds up the microphone. I don't know what it's been sounding like now because I've got to be honest, I haven't been listening to it. But it comes with a flippy roof, and as I said, a face mask or a screen shutter. Now I can't be bothered to put the bracket on because I can't be bothered. So we'll put this on. So here's the voice. You've heard me sounding as I am, with it bare naked. So I'll put the top on. Definitely is. Now we've got the windbreaker and the wind breather. I don't think I've altered the angle of rotation too much. Go how 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 how. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell if there's any difference, if it's darker, if it's quieter, more muted, more faded. We can see. Shall I think of another little ditty for you to hear? Ooh, not that one. Yes, I will sing a ditty for you to hear. My singing is so great that I have no pig. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm terrible. Right, all right. We'll take that one off. And I'll go back to basics, but I'll hold it in front and go testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a very cold winter. How are you? So, yeah, don't mind me with this one. It's just I'm completely sober, I can assure you. But 'tis the season to be merry, so this is me on a positive note going, hello. And perhaps giving you some entertainment as we go along, cringy as it may be. So, hello, 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 hello. Enough? Okay. Right, so there you go. So you've heard the one, you've heard the other. I mean, I can switch and I can go, this is the Q91, this is the Q91 Part A, this is the Q91, and I can literally do a magical distance and a magical fact and switch microphones. Just like that. Ba-bum-bum. So, yes, we have the Fifine here. We have the Q9 here. We have the Q9 here. We have the Fifine here. So, I will finish this on a note on the Q9. I'll put this back. Let me do any heavy breathing, whether I'm on a phone call or a video. So, especially with my dear boys. So, but no. So there's the two microphones. I've got to say, in the end, I went with the Fifine, a good old one here. You can see the colour a bit better there. The reason I went with the Fifine isn't because I think the Q9 is any less. To be honest, I think the Q9 is a very, very good microphone, as well as the Fifine. They are both very good microphones. If you buy them from Amazon, which is where I got mine, they're roughly about the same price. So they're the same price-ish. They're the same quality-ish. I mean, both of them I really, really do recommend. I've got to be honest, the Q9 comes with this little thing here, as well as the fluffy thing here. So you get extra goodies. The Fifine, that comes with the little thing here, but you can't see it. There's a tiny little smiley face on it. But the reason I went with this simply is because the stand feels a little bit sturdier, a little bit stiffer. There's a mic button on the top. The volume button is big on the bottom, so I don't have to get a ring with my clunky fingers and tap the sides. I just just go and it's on and off. And if I accidentally mute it, I know because the light goes off. So if you've got more intelligence than me, then you might go for the Q9 because you won't need, visual aids to say, oh, look, you've forgotten to put the microphone on or the video on. Which, trust me, I've done that more than once, recorded a video, and yeah, it's black because I haven't done the switch. So, let's go one last fiddly foo for you and go hello and goodbye. For it's time to me to pop out and do some shopping and stop boring your ears off with my monotonous monologue. Or unless if you have enjoyed it, then fantastic. If I've helped you make up your mind to a microphone, great. They both hover around between 40-45 quid, or pounds, or maybe dollars. I don't know. I didn't buy them in America. If you can get them on a good order, or if you can get a percentage off, or if you can get them second hand, then yeah, unless you're talking tons of money, I've found with microphones, you get what you pay for. These, you pay that price. I'm a stingy Watsit, so I won't usually go that high, but I can highly recommend either the Q9 or the Fifine for around 40 quid is a very good deal. You get a very good microphone for the price. And I hope you've enjoyed the show. Maybe you'll see some more before the end of the year, if I bother to make any before the end of the year. Until then, keep warm, stay safe, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe see me again. Bye for now.